I'm going to recap all the upsets in Division One women's basketball today. The first one is number 22 North Carolina women's basketball defeated number 11 Duke in a low-scoring battle, 45-41. Duke had a 14-8 lead into the first quarter. Both teams kind of struggled in the second quarter. North Carolina with 8 still, but Duke only had 6. But second half, North Carolina owned. 13 points in the third, 16 points in the fourth. While Duke had 9 points in the third, Duke had 12 points in the fourth. Though, granted, some of it was a foul game, and there was a little bit of the foul game at the end just to extend the game. But after that, it didn't matter. Now, and that game was even at Duke. I want to go over the stats. First of all, Duke didn't shoot that good. 30.2% from the field, 16 for 53 overall, 4 for 16 on threes, 5 for 16 on free throws, 83.3%, 38 rebounds, 12 of those offensive, 6 assists, 7 steals, 4 blocks, 25 turnovers, 19 fouls, and 14 points off the bench. While North Carolina had 14 points off the bench. So, yeah, it's about even. So, basically, North Carolina Stars did more. They shot 34.1% from the field, 15 for 44 overall, 3 for 11 on threes, 27.3%, 12 for 15 on free throws, 80%, of course, 30 rebounds, 5 of those offensive, 6 assists, 15 steals, 2 blocks, 21 turnovers, 13 fouls. Now, it's just an ACC tournament, and it's affected because if Duke would have won this game, they would have at least had a share of the ACC title. Because Notre Dame, 15-3, Virginia Tech, 14-4, Duke, 14-4, Florida State, 12-6, Louisville, 12-6, North Carolina, 11-7, Miami, Florida, 11-7, NC State, 9-9, Syracuse, 9-9, Clemson, 7-11, Boston College, 5-13, Wake Forest, 5-13, Virginia, 4-14, Georgia Tech, 4-14, and Pitt with 3-15. I will say that yes, there is a tie for second, but I got the on the ACC tournament on what it is. The 2 seed is Duke. It's because they got that. So, yeah. And Virginia Tech 3 and Louisville's number 4. And I know Notre Dame had an injury today, so with a knee injury, so that's just tough. Yeah, and there was also another upset in the ACC, which I will go over, and it was Clemson over Florida State. But first, I'm going to have to go to the game of all games. Number 2 Indiana lost to number 6 Iowa. It was a game-winning shot by Caitlin Clark. The final score is 86-85. Iowa had a 23-18 lead in the first quarter. Second quarter, Indiana had 21 points while Iowa had 17. Third quarter, Iowa had 21. Indiana had 19. Now, the fourth quarter, Indiana had 27 points. Iowa had 25. This did affect the standings a little bit. Not entirely. Really, I just want to go over it. It's because it's now a tie in second place. Indiana 16-2. Maryland 15-3. Iowa 15-3. Ohio State 12-6. Michigan 11-7. Illinois 11-7. Purdue 9-8. Nebraska 8-10. New Michigan State 7-10. Wisconsin 6-12. Rutgers 5-13. Penn State 4-14. Minnesota 4-14. Northwestern 2-16. And I don't know who owns the edge between Iowa and Maryland. Okay, I know Maryland won over them recently. So that, yep, they both those teams split. So we'll see what happens on the seeding for the Big Ten tournament here. We really, really do. And that's probably going to start this week because they have no more regular season games. But now, to go over the stats. And Indiana only had that. It was only their second loss of the year, so it's not too bad. But still, not the best way to finish. Indiana just shoot the ball bad. I mean, 49.2% from the field, 31 for 63 overall, 7 for 24 on threes, 29.2%. That has to go up. 16 for 17 on free throws, 94.1%. I know it's just a what if. What if they made that one free throw? Then it goes to overtime. And who knows what happens then. 36 rebounds, 7 of those offensive, 17 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, 8 turnovers, 16 fouls. You only have 5 points off the bench. But I will only have 4 points off the bench. But they shot better than Indiana. 51.7%, 30 for 58 overall, 11 for 28 on 3, 39.3%, 15 for 20 on free throws, 28 rebounds, 3 of those offensive, 18 assists, 5 steals, 2 blocks, 7 turnovers, 17 fouls. I apologize. There's also another upset in the Big Ten today. Number 12, Wisconsin. Wisconsin upended Michigan 78-70. I know Michigan's without a starter. Now I know. One of their starters, but still not good. I already went over the standings for the Big Ten. I'm not going to go over it again. There was a little bit of a foul game late, but in the end, well, this does hurt Michigan's resume for the NCAA tournament. They could have, but even if they would won today, the problem for them is Ohio State owns them. So now it's a question of did Illinois beat Michigan twice or beat them once, because that does matter. Okay, they beat Illinois once for sure. Yep, so definitely Illinois owns the head-to-head. Michigan for the game shot 40% from the field, 26 for 65 overall, 8 for 25 on threes, 10 for 14 on free throws, 71.4%, 36 rebounds, 12 of those offensive, 13 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 14 turnovers, 16 fouls, and you only have 5 points off the bench. Wisconsin had 17. They shot 49.1% from the field, 26 for 53 overall, 9 for 17 on threes, 52.9%, 17 for 19 on free throws, 89.5%, 33 rebounds, 3 of those offensive, 21 assists, 8 steals, 7 blocks, 12 turnovers, 13 fouls. There's no more regular season games in the Big Ten. It's just the Big Ten tournament. So, number 23, Florida State women's basketball did lose to unranked Clemson today, 74-61. I already went over the ACC standings. So, first of all, Clemson had an 18-15 lead in the first quarter. Clemson in the second quarter had 20 points while allowing 15. Third quarter, 19-17 in favor of Clemson. And fourth quarter, 17-14 in favor of Clemson. They outscored them all game long, but that's not just a story right there. I mean, Florida State shot 34.9% from the field, 22 for 63 overall, 5 for 25 on threes. You gotta improve that. 12 for 17 on free throws, 70.6%. The 45 rebounds, 14 of those offensive, 11 assists, 5 steals, 15 turnovers, 18 fouls. Okay, that's 16, 22, 25 points off the bench. Clemson only had 11. But Clemson starters did more than Florida State starters. They shot 45.9% from the field, 28 for 61 overall, 9 for 20 on threes, 9 for 15 on free throws, 36 rebounds, 7 of those offensive, 20 assists, 7 steals, 5 blocks, 10 turnovers, 18 fouls. So, and it was a little bit of a foul game, of course. They tried. And that's all the upsets today in Division One women's basketball. There's no other games going on. Anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. 5 subscribers, we're on the road to it. Let's go.